Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to solve an interesting Java problem, figuring out the minimum number of moves required to rearrange a shuffled bookshelf back to its original order. So you can see the question coding challenge on the screen. So you are given two arrays of strings. The first one is the original book array and the second one is the shuffled one. Here I just took some letters only for your reference. So your task is to calculate the minimum number of moves needed to restore the shuffled bookshelf to match the original order. So I'll explain the logic step by step, and we'll run the code together and see how it works. So yeah, let's dive into the code first. So I have already created the Java class. My class name is shuffled bookshelf, and I have the two arrays. The first one is the original array, that means uh, array. Uh, the book array with the alphabetical order. So there are seven books you can see uh, inside the original array, and at the same time they are giving the shuffled book array as well. So you have to find out the minimum number of moves. So imagine you have a bookshelf with books arranged arranged in alphabetical order, and but someone shuffled them. So now the order looks like this as the shuffled order. Then now you have to do is, our goal is to figure out the minimum number of moves. So as you can see, one thing I need to highlight, like starting with B, there are two books. So here also, but uh, since the letters are similar, I mean the first letters are similar, you have to it's already sorted, it's already ordered the books using the second character, E and R. So with E and R, Bella comes first and Brave New World comes second. Okay, I just wanted to highlight that point as well. Yeah, so let's dive into code. So for for code our logic, we need a method, and so for that I'm going to create a method, uh, public static. My return type should be int because we need the move count, and my method name, I'll go with moves minimum moves, and there should be two input types. First one should be our original array, and second one should be the shuffled array. Okay. Uh, yeah, there are two arrays. First one is original, and the second one is the shuffled one, and the return type should be int. Perfect. So now we have to calculate the minimum number of moves, not the moves. You have to find the minimum number of moves to restore the original order. So as the first step, I'm going to do a thing like I'm going to create a map with two generic types. First one is string and the second one is integer. I'm going to store the book name and its original index using the original array. Okay, because I need that correct positions with the name, with the book name, so it's easy for you to handle the book and its correct index easily using a map. So I'm going to create a position map, new hash map, uh, and by creating a loop here, so you can take the length of the original array like this, and I'm going to store each and every book and its real index inside the map. Okay, so original, current value, and the index. Okay, perfect. So from this, you will get the position map, you will get the book name and the correct, I mean the real index of that particular book. So this helps us to avoid searching the array every time. So it will make your code faster and easier in the next steps as well. Okay, so we have the hash map, and I'm going to create a variable. This is the most important and basic thing that we are going to find out. What are how many minimum moves that we have to do to rearrange our bookshelf. So I'm as the next step, I'm going to create another loop. Um, I'm going with a for loop, and as the same, I'm taking the length of the original array. Anyway, the shuffled array and the original array both have the same length, so you can go with either. So what I'm going to do is, this is my logic. Like I will go with an image. First, I will explain what I'm going to do inside the for loop in using this image. Like you can see here, this is my original array and this is my shuffled one. I didn't take the whole book name. I just took the letters, the initial letters of each and every book, so it's easier for you to understand I'm saying now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange my shuffled array, and while I'm rearranging, I'm counting the moves. That's what I'm going to do basically. So this is my shuffled array, and first I'm checking the first value. Okay, the first value is B. So I'm checking whether if it is in the correct whether if it is in the correct index or not, compare with the original array. So you can see the B is not in the correct index. It should be in index number 1, but currently it is in index number 0. So I'm 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 using a if clause to check whether if it is in the correct index or not. If it is not in the correct index, I'm simply swap that value with the correct index. So B should be in here, but right now B is in the 0 index. So I am swiping B with A. So here you can see I B came here and A came here. So this will be my first move. But the other remaining values are uh, in the same positions as it is. So B came here and A came here. So A, B, E, C, G, F, D. So my first move is completed. So again, now I have an updated shuffle array. That means this array. So again, I'm checking the second index. That means index number 1. So here we have B, and I'm checking that with my original array. As you can see, yes, the B is in the correct position. There's no need of any swaps. So I'm not going to do any swap uh, for the B, because obviously B is in the correct position. Since B is in the correct position, I'm checking the other value. I'm going to E and checking with the original array. You can see E is not in the correct index. E should be in this index, but currently E is in index number 2. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm swapping E with its correct index. That means E comes here and G comes here. Okay, so as the second move, E comes here and G comes here. So my updated shuffled array should be like this: A, B, G, C, E, F, and D. So my second move is completed. So that's so like this loop is iterating, and you can comparing with comparing two pairs with the original index, you can swap two values and you can check the moves. So this is what I'm going to do inside my for loop. I hope this is clear. So let's dive into code. So inside the loop, first I'm going to get the real index. int real index. Okay, that's why we created a position map. So using the position map, I'm getting the real index of that shuffled array value. So shuffled I, that means the first, sorry, this should be I. That means in my shuffled array, the first value should be Brave New World and its real index should be this one. That means 0, 1, 2. Okay, so in here, the real index should be 2 for my shuffled array first value. So from this line, you can get the real index of that shuffled value. Okay, so as the next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check if the real index and the current index is equal or not. That means you can check like this. The current index should be I, not equals real index. Assume that it's equal. That means you no need to do any swapping because it's in the correct position. You no need to rearrange that book. But the current index and the real index is different. That means you should do the swapping. So I'm using this logic to do the swap. First, I'm going to create a template variable, string variable, and store this shuffled array value inside that, like this. And since I already store the shuffled I value inside the template variable, now I'm going to assign a new value. That means the real index value to that shuffled I value. This should be real index value. Okay. And as the third line, you should assign that template variable to this real index value. Okay, this basically I'm swapping the I'm swapping two values to each other. Okay, uh yeah, we are good with if clause. Yes, and yeah, and after that, the most important thing is we have to count the moves. We have to count the minimum moves. So we already did a swapping here, did a swap here. So you have to increment your move count by 1, like this. Yeah, I think we are good with this. So as I explained on that image also, uh, here again and again, it's looping and checking if the current index and the real index is different. If it is different, it will swap the values. If it is equal, it will do nothing. So you can reduce this loop count by doing this logic. Like here, you can check if arrays dot equals, you have that two arrays, original and shuffled. But sometimes without completing all the loops, you can the array the shuffled array might be come into the correct correct arrange order. So you no need to loop that this particular for loop again and again. So you can check this condition each and every step. Arrays dot equals original and shuffle, uh, both arrays getting equal, then you can basically break the loop. Then with this, you can reduce the loop count. And here you have to return the moves that you counting here. Okay, because we already have this int return type. Um, yes, I think uh, we are good with the code. And I'm coming to my main method because we have to call the minimum moves function here. Int moves, minimum moves, and you have to pass the original array and the shuffled array. Okay, and you can print the moves count. Here you have to count the minimum moves as 4. Okay. Let's run and see how it works. Yeah, it worked perfectly. You can see it. The minimum moves came as 4. I think we are good with everything. We covered each and every scenario here. And here you can check for empty strings. If length 0 or shuffled array length equals 0, you can return 0. Okay, before going to the next step, you can check whether the length of the arrays are 0 or not. Okay, I'll run the code again. Okay, it works fine. Yeah, I think we almost cover everything, and so that's it. So we solved the problem using the hash map and simple swapping method, and this method ensure we use the minimum number of move of sort the book. So I think you have learned something new, and you have learned something uh, that you can use for your interview questions. And yeah, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more Java tutorials. So thank you so much for watching. We'll catch with new video.